According to the Reserve Bank minutes released yesterday, the unemployment rate has been suppressed because an unusually high number of people have dropped out of the labour force. With hundreds of thousands of jobs already lost, hundreds of thousands of people having dropped out of the labour force, and hundreds of thousands of people in jobs but working 0 hours, why won't the Treasurer backtrack on his plan to snap back support for Australian workers in September?
The Treasurer has the call.
Well, Mr Speaker, I thank the member for Rankin for his first question in 2 weeks, Mr Speaker. It's a great pleasure, Mr Speaker. He's too busy doing interviews for the weekend.
Members
Australian
on both sides. The member for Rankin. Treasurer has the call.
Sorry, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, the member for Rankin can't blame the media for everything, and the reality is we've been through a one-in-a-century pandemic, Mr Speaker, which is unfortunately putting people out of work and sending them onto the job seeker program, and those who have seen reduced hours are going on to the JobKeeper program. Now, Mr Speaker, what we did see in relation to jobs was yesterday some ABS weekly payroll jobs data, which actually said that the number of total payroll jobs had increased by 1% through May. Now, this is the start, Mr Speaker. This is the start of the recovery that we're seeing as the restrictions are eased as a result of our country's success in flattening the curve. And it was particularly important, Mr Speaker, to see payroll jobs worked by females increase by 1.4% through May compared to 0.4% for males, Mr Speaker. Now, the member for Rankin refers to the RBA minutes. Now, Mr Speaker, I also saw the RBA minutes, and in those minutes it said the number of jobs had stabilised or increased a little, suggesting that the total decline in hours worked may be less than being previously feared. Now, Mr Speaker, there's the member for Rankin always talking down the economy. Always talking down the economy, right? In a desperate and delusional bid for relevance, the member for Rankin is always talking down the economy. But there it is, in the Reserve Bank minutes that he seeks to quote, talking about how the economy is coming back, Mr Speaker, how the economy is coming back because of the success that we have had as a nation in flattening the curve. Now, Mr Speaker, I've said at this dispatch box before, and so has the Prime Minister. Our success on the health front is allowing us now to get the economy back into the recovery phase. And if you look at the OECD's report just recently, they said that the Australian economy will grow by around 4% next year, and that the contraction this year will be no means as severe as it is in other countries. So I say to the member for Rankin, I don't blame the media. Understand the fact that we have gone through a one-in-a-century pandemic, and I know that he's after one other job, but at least he should try to do his.